Hi, so I wanted to address the question, when you're launching your first marketing campaign, should you only focus on digital or should you pursue things like billboards or traditional PR, getting a transit ad, things like that. So my suggestion in the early days, if you're launching your first ever marketing campaign, there's going to be a lot of trial and error. There's an old saying in marketing that says 50% of my marketing budget is wasted. I just don't know which 50%. It's a joke. The idea behind it is, in the old way of doing things, you would just spray a bunch of money all over the place and you would try to see what worked and what didn't, but you never actually knew for sure. Well, thanks to a lot of digital methods now like Facebook and Google, you get a lot of analytics back on exactly how your message is and your product and all the copy and everything like that, how that's responding. So my strong advice is, when you're setting up your first ever marketing campaign, create ads or spend your money on things that will give you a tight feedback loop on what's working and what's not. If you're running into issues with your customers, there's usually one of three issues. Either the product is bad, the market is bad, you just picked the wrong group of people to target, or the messaging is bad. The thing is if you are advertising on billboards and buses and TV commercials, you're not going to clearly understand where the breakdown is. If you advertise on something like Facebook or Google, you can test a lot of different messaging options for really cheap, and you can get a better sense of what's working and what's not. So my advice is, in the early days, don't go big and broad. Focus on a very tight, narrow niche, and then conduct a bunch of tiny experiments. As you get closer to better understanding, is the product a good fit? Is it with the right market? Does the right group of people like this product? And what is the messaging that resonates most with them? Once you have all of that data and that information, and that's been validated by successful advertising initiatives, then you can focus on targeting them outside of a digital marketing sphere. So that's my advice on whether you should launch your first marketing campaign digitally or analog.